So we start with a standing position. We can place the feet nicely on the floor and then place the hands on the ribs. Now let's start gently just taking a big breath in through the nose. And then gently breathing out through the mouth. And again, inhaling nicely. And then exhaling. Really feel your feet pulling into the floor and the top of the head pulling up to the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed, buttocks relaxed. We take one more inhale. And exhale. Drop the hands down, the arms down. Bring the chin to the chest and start rolling through the back. So we slowly start to roll down. You can bend the knees a little bit further, allow the back to really fall to the floor. Allow the head and the shoulders to fall really far down. Stay here, take an inhale. And exhale, drop even further down to the floor. And again, inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to roll up through the back. Pulling the stomach in. And then once you're up, just open your chest and look up towards the ceiling. And then come back to the center. We do this again, starting to roll down. Really scanning the back as you roll down. Feeling if there's any place that's a little bit more tense this morning, a little bit more stiff, allowing your head and shoulders to drop heavy. Take a big inhale. Exhale, drop even further down to the floor. And again, inhale. And as you exhale, start to roll up slowly again through the back, pulling the stomach up. And then take your hands on your lower back and just go up and back to stretch a little bit further. And come back to the center. Stretch your arms a little bit out to the sides, just like a little diagonal. And we start to turn the hands over, bringing the little finger back as much as you can, and opening the chest, looking up to the ceiling. And then do the opposite. Take the hands all the way in, turn them in, turn the shoulders in, and allow the head to drop down. And again, start to rotate out, turning and bringing the little finger back and opening the chest, opening the shoulders, and then bringing the hands in all the way, rounding the shoulders forward, allowing the head to come in. And once more in this position, opening back, starting to open the upper back a bit more, and rolling it all the way in as well, closing. Now take the hands up to shoulder height, and we'll do the same thing. Open out, reaching the fingers out and away from you as you turn them, and then turn them all the way in, rounding the shoulders, allowing the head to come in as well. And again, start to rotate out, open the chest and look up and bring the little finger as back as you can. Turn it back. And then inwards, thinking of the big thumb coming forward as much as possible. Let's do just one more. Opening, up towards the ceiling. And then bring the hands up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers, and stretch up. Good, and then in this position, we're gonna go around. So we go sideways, and then gently forward. We're gonna do just one to each direction. Opening back, and to the other side. Going around, in, side, and up. And then release the hands, bring the chin to the chest and start to roll down through the back. Very slowly, again, relaxing the arms and the head and the shoulders all the way to the floor. You'll take a big breath in and then gently relax down. From here, let's start to bend the knees. So stay down, bending the knees a little bit. And straightening only where you feel a little bit of a stretch in the back, not more than that. And then bend again, slowly. And then straighten slowly. And when you straighten the legs, don't think of the knees going back. Think of the seat bones reaching up to the ceiling. Try to drop the head and shoulders even more. Good. Now set the count coming. Reaching the seat bones up top of the head down. Start to make the bending of the knees deeper and deeper each time. Until, let's say, 3-4 times until the hips go all the way down to the heels. So build it gradually. And up, good. And then drop the hips all the way down. In this position, start to go just a bit back and forth on your legs, on your ankles, on your toes. Rounding the back a bit more, thinking of the seat bones pulling down and the top of the head reaching forward. So you round yourself over the legs. And then place the knees on the floor and go into the sixth position. So placing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Start to open the chest and look up, take an inhale. And as you exhale, start to round the back hips. And then waist, chest, and finally the head goes in. And then inhale. As you exhale, start to roll it out. Opening the back, opening the chest and look up. Inhale. Exhale to bring the back in, roll it in. Really try to get all the air out. And then inhale and exhale to roll it out. Opening and look up. Let's do one more just to warm up the back. Inhale. Exhale to roll it in. Push the floor away. Bring the back up towards the ceiling. And then slowly, slowly roll it out. Open the chest and look up. And then take your back in a straight line. Head is pulling forward, seat bones pulling back. And try that your weight will be distributed evenly between hands and legs. We inhale in place. And exhale, bring the right hand just a tiny bit off the floor. Try to stay here. See if you can stay in a place where the top of the head is still reaching forward. Your weight is still forward. Your back is very up. And then very gently place the hand down. Again, inhale. Exhale to bring the left hand a little bit off the floor. And try not to change anything. Keep your weight forward. Keep yourself pushing up away from the floor. Back of the neck is still up. The stomach is still up. And then slowly place the hand down. We do this again. Inhale. Exhale, try to bring the right hand a little bit up. Stay there. And then see if you can bring the left knee also up off the floor. See if you can keep your weight forward. Stay for a moment. Keep everything up. And then lower the arm and the leg down. One more time to the other side. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Left hand is going to come up. And then stomach pulls in and the right knee comes up as well. Try again to stay forward. Keeping the stomach working, keeping the back working. Right hand pushing nicely into the floor. Place the arm and the leg slowly down. Flip your feet over, take an inhale. As you exhale, just bring the knees a little bit off the floor and try to stay here. So your back is very, very straight, top of the head reaching forward, shoulders reaching out and away from the ears. Stomach pulled in, inhale. And then exhale, go up into the triangle, just stretch yourself back. And then very gently stretch back. You don't have to straighten the knees all the way, just think of the seat bones reaching up and away from you. Make sure your shoulders are wide and the neck is relaxed. And then just walk in place. So bend one knee, straighten the other. And then slowly switch. Just bringing it a little bit from side to side. Stretching one leg each time, stretching one side of the back. Beautiful. Then walk your hands back towards the legs. And again, allow the head and the shoulders to fall. And just feel now that we are a little bit warm, if it's a little bit easier to drop the back down. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale, start to roll up through the back. Very, very, very slowly. Good. Place the hands on your lower back and just go up and back to stretch. And then back to the center. I want you to come to the front of the mat a little bit, still standing. We're going to start by standing on the right leg. Left leg can be just up in the air. And then not enough to just stand on the leg, try to pull yourself up on the leg. Really feel that it's working on the right hip is working here nicely. And try not to lock the knee that you're standing on. Let's take 3 circles of the arms. Arms are going up towards the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, open the arms down through the side. Good. Again, inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale to lower down. Very nice. One more time. Up. And then slowly down. And then slowly take your left leg back. Just step, very, very big step. Placing the back foot on the floor, but heel is up. Hips are forward. We start to gently go down. You can go halfway or full lunge all the way. Inhale. And then bring your weight forward and up. Slowly to come up. So start to use the legs. Try to feel also your balance this morning. So we use all the senses. We use the eyes to look maybe at something, to focus on something. And we start to take all of the information in that we have. And again, pushing the floor. Try to wake up all the senses. Good. And again, slowly going down. Make sure you place the knee super, super nicely on the floor, the left knee. So bringing the weight forward to go up. And also when you go down, keep your weight forward on the right leg until you feel the left knee touching the floor. So that's the trick. And then slowly pull to come up. Will be the last one. We go halfway down and we stay. And we go again 3 circles. Arms will go up. And then open up. And again, inhale. And exhale down. Last circle up. And then bring the hands down to the floor and place the left knee down as well. Take your right leg a little bit further forward and we stay down and we stretch. Good. And we can just rest here for a moment in the stretch, allowing the hip to drop forward, allowing your back to drop down a bit. Do whatever you need here in this stretch. Okay. Then slowly take your weight back and just flex the front leg. See if you can stay here for a moment. Keep your hips up and try to bring the seat bones back as much as you can. So then you feel the back of the leg really nicely working. Good, beautiful. And then we go back to the 6th position. And for a moment, just improvise with your back. Just allow yourself to move in all directions, bringing your weight forward and back, rounding the back a little bit, arching, making sure that the breath is with you all the time. Good. And then again, stabilize the back and the arms, pushing them nicely into the floor. Flip your feet over, inhale. And then exhale, bring the knees up and go immediately into the triangle position. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, top of the head, relaxing forward. Now on an inhale in place. And then exhale, start to come forward into the full plank position, pulling the stomach in. And then slowly go back into the triangle to stretch. And again, slowly come forward. Stomach pulled in. And then slowly go back. Pushing the floor away. As you come forward, breathe out. And then slowly inhale as you go back. Good. You can continue with this a few times, and if you feel very strong this morning, you can also add a push-up. And also you're allowed to rest, so whatever you feel this morning. Good. Let's have two more, whichever version you have going on. Good. This will be the last one. And then we're going to walk the hands back towards the legs again. Going all the way back. Once again, allowing the head and the shoulders to fall. Breathing. And as you breathe out, roll up slowly, slowly through the back. All the way up. Place the hands on the back and just go up and back to stretch. And then up to the center. We're going to go to the front of the mat. And this time we're going to stand on your left leg. So just place the foot nicely on the floor. Right leg is going to come up. And then pull up on the left leg. Make sure you're not sitting in the hip, but really actively pushing the leg into the floor, but also not locking the knee that you're standing on. And then let's take the arms around to the side, bringing them up. Inhaling and then exhaling to bring them down. And again, inhale to bring the arms up to the ceiling. And then exhale to bring them forward and down. And again, inhale up. This is the last one. And down, and then take your right leg back. Big step. But make sure your legs are not one behind the other. Okay, so you have a bit of a wide position, so it's easier. The hips are looking forward, and then we start to slowly go down, placing the knee on the floor, inhale, and then bring your weight forward, left leg pushing the floor, and we go all the way up. And again, bringing the weight a bit forward, placing the right knee on the floor, releasing for a moment, and again, bringing the weight forward, pushing from the left leg to come up. Good, again, down. Releasing completely, inhale. And exhale to push from the left leg and come. Yes. We're going to do a few times. Again, making sure that your right knee is really nicely placed on the floor. So you're not dropping down too much. Let's do two more. Good. And slowly pushing to come up. And this will be the last one. We go down and stay down. Take your left leg a little bit further forward and just stretch here for a moment. Good. So catching your breath. We forgot the arms, so we're going to do this in a moment. Allowing the hips to drop. Slowly take your weight back and just flex the front leg. Try to keep the seat bones up and bring them back as much as you can. You can either flex the foot or point the foot. It doesn't really matter. As long as you bring the seat bones back, you will feel the hamstring stretching. Okay. And so just so we're even on both sides, keep your left leg forward for a moment. Let's come up once again, all the way. Yes, and then drop halfway down. And we just make 3 circles. So we go arms up, and then down through the center. And again, inhale to bring them up. Exhale to bring them down. This will be the last one up. And then down. And then slowly place the right leg on the floor. And we're going to go into a seated position. So you can just release for a moment. Good. Good. So sit with your legs crossed. Shiva Mizrachi. Place the hands on the knees. And we want to just release the back of it. So we inhale. And then exhale, start to roll your back slowly back until you feel you're hanging from the arms allowing the shoulders to really round, to stretch the shoulder blades a bit. And then slowly pull yourself forward. Open the chest and look up. And we do this again, up through the center. Bring your hips slowly, slowly down. Good, and allow them to stretch here. Allow the head to come in a little bit. And then slowly pull forward. Open the chest. And look up. Last one. Inhale. And exhale to go back. Good. And from here, we're going to go all the way down. So just make sure you have room. Slowly, slowly rolling yourself all the way down to lie on your back. Bring the knees towards you. Hug them in to the chest. And then just allow the legs to go a bit from side to side. Whatever you feel that you need. Good. Let's place one foot on the floor and then the other. So the legs are parallel. Hands by your sides. Inhale. And then exhale, roll your hips slowly up towards the ceiling. Pushing the feet into the floor. As you reach up, inhale. And exhale to start to lower down. Vertebra by vertebra. All the way and release the hips. Again, inhale. And exhale to roll up. Pushing the feet nicely into the floor. Good. Pulling the knees forward as much as possible. And then slowly lower down. All the way, releasing. Let's do just one more. Inhale. And then exhale to roll up. All the way. Pulling the knees forward. Good. And then rolling down. Let's take the hands and take them out to the sides a little bit further. Take one leg up to 90 degrees, and then the other leg. And bring the legs together, and relax with it. And we start to take the legs a little bit to the right, allowing the left hip to come a bit up. And then slowly bring the legs back to the center. And then take your legs and move them to the left, pushing the left hand into the floor, keeping the chest on the floor as much as possible. And then slowly come up. And again, take the legs to the right, pushing the right hand into the floor, allowing the left hip to come up. And then back to the center. And as you breathe out to the left. Good. Back to the center. You can go a little bit further each time. We're going to do one more to each direction. So going right. And then back. And now when you go to the left, allow the legs to drop all the way to the left side. And just open the right arm out to the right. And so we're just staying here in this twist for a moment. You can even bring the left leg over the right. Bring it beyond the right one. Sorry, right leg beyond the left leg. And just to stay here for a moment and stretch it. Open the chest. Good. And then come back to the center. And just take the legs to the right side. So either both legs together or left leg beyond the right one, and open your left arm to the left. You can even look towards your left arm and just feel this twist in the back. Good. And then slowly, slowly come back to the center. Make sure your hips are in the center. Let's stretch the legs forward and bring the arms all the way up and back. We inhale, and then exhale, bring the hands up to the ceiling and start to roll yourself all the way up to a seated position. Try to come forward over the legs. You'll inhale, and then exhale, start to roll down. So the hips go back, and very, very slowly through the back, you can allow the knees to bend a little bit. Roll yourself down. Bring the arms behind you. Inhale. And then exhale. Arms go up. Bring the head in. Bring the chest up and slowly pull yourself forward. Good. And you can think about maybe not pulling forward, but pushing the back into the floor. As you roll down, it can be very clear how we place each vertebra or try to place each vertebra on the floor. And then when you roll up, do the same thing. Try to think of each vertebra pushing down into the floor before it comes up. And it will help you to roll it all the way. Good, we're gonna do one more. Last one, going down. All the way back. And last one coming up. And then forward over the legs. Bring the seat bones a little bit up and back and just drop yourself forward. And for a moment, allow your legs to get a nice stretch here and your back to get a nice stretch. Not pushing it too much this morning, but still feeling how the body's opening slowly. And use the breath also. Good, then slowly come up. Take your feet back. And we're going to come up onto your squatted position. Really drop your weight onto your legs, onto your ankles here. And just again, bring your weight back and forth as we did in the beginning. See if there's any stretch for the Achilles tendon that you want to get a little bit, or in the feet. Good. And then bring your hands a little bit closer to your legs. Inhale in place, and then as you exhale, let's flip over. Bring the hips up to the ceiling. And again, allow the head and the shoulders to fall. Take a deep breath. And exhale, relax even further. Try to shake your head no and yes. Make sure it's completely relaxed. Inhale. And then bend the knees as you exhale and start to roll up, pushing the feet into the floor, pulling the stomach in. Go all the way up, good. Place your hands on your lower back and go up and back to stretch. And then back to the center. Okay. Good job, everyone.